Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If your iPhone battery keeps draining too fast, don't worry. In this video, I'll show you the step-by-step how to fix battery drain problems and make your iPhone last longer. But wait, if you come across this video, make sure you watch to the end and never skip any part of this video, because if you do, you are going to be missing some very interesting parts of this video. So make sure you stick with me to the end of this video. Okay, let's jump right in. Let me show you how to go about it. Okay, so when you are facing battery drain problems, what you have to do for the first time, you have to check your battery health, which is very important. Checking the battery health, what you have to do on your iPhone for the first time, you have to click on the settings right here. When you click on the settings, you scroll all the way down and then you toggle on the battery right here. After you toggle on the battery, you have to click on the battery health and charging, which is showing in my screen right now. So let's click there real quick. After clicking the battery health and charging, we are gonna be looking for the maximum capacity. That's where we are going to be focusing on. And then when you check yours on each iPhones or any iPhones at all you are using. For instance, this is mine and I have 100%, which is accurately perfect. But when you check yours and then you find it to be somewhere below 80%, your battery may need replacing. Do you understand me? Also, turn on optimized battery charging to protect your battery in the long run. And what do I mean by optimized battery charging? It's on. Okay, let me turn it off. What I mean is the optimized battery charging is just located down here. You can see it. You have to turn it on so that it might protect your battery in the long run as well. Okay, for the step 2, what we are going to be doing, we have to find the battery hungry apps. Okay, next, still under the battery settings, you have to scroll and see which app are draining the most power. Let's go back real quick. So what I just said right now, it means scrolling up a little bit. So let's assume this is my battery column, and then you just have to scroll all the way down a little bit to check your analysis. So over here in my chart, you can see my battery level, which is very high, and then the activities that I did during the day is also high, and then battery usage by app. So these are the apps that are consuming or draining my battery. The first one is my TikTok, my WhatsApp, my Snapchat, YouTube, Chrome, and many more. You guys can see from the screen. That is what I mean. If the app is using too much battery, what you have to do next, under the same step, you have to go to settings again. So let's go back real quick. Under the settings, when you open the settings, you just look for the general, which is right here. So let's toggle over there once. After clicking on the general, you have to look for the background app refresh. Then you click on it once. When you click on the background app refresh, you turn it off for the apps you are not using. So let's assume all this was to be on. What I'm supposed to do, let's assume all was on. What I'm gonna be doing to save my battery from draining is to turn off the ones that I don't need, the ones that I'm not using regular. I have to turn that off real quick. So these are what I'm not using at the moment, but anyone that you see on right here, which is turned on in the green column, that means I'm using them very well. Okay, step 3. For the step 3, you have to adjust screen settings. Let me go back real quick. We have to adjust the screen settings. Okay, so your screen is one of the biggest battery killers. What do I mean? I mean the screen. As you guys can see, this is my screen. It's one of the biggest battery killers. Lower your brightness lower your brightness or turn on auto brightness under accessibility. So let's click on my settings one more time again, and then let's go to brightness, display and brightness. So here is my brightness, so you guys can see from the screen, and here lies the case. My brightness is down. When I increase it to this extent, that is how my battery will keep draining. So I just have to lower it down to make my phone battery last longer. That's what I mean. And then one more thing you have to do, you see this automatic, you can turn it on. You have to turn the auto brightness under accessibility on. So let's turn it on. Let's go back to accessibility. Okay, so we are done with this. So also go to display and brightness. After the display and brightness, you click on the auto lock. Here is my auto lock. Click over there. For the auto lock, set it to 30 seconds or 1 minute. And here lies the case, mine is on never. So what do I mean? You have to set this either on 30 seconds or 1 minute. So let me put it on 1 minute. So your screen doesn't stay on for too long. So when this is on, that means within 1 minute, my phone needs to go off. Okay, so let me come back right here, and then let me go back one more time. So that's for step 3. Step 4, what we are going to be doing next is limit background activity. Limiting the background activity, you have to perform some tasks right there. You have to turn off location service for apps that don't really need it under privacy and security. So let's go to settings. Let's look for the privacy and security. Then let's go for, after you click on that, it will open this way. So what you are going to be doing, you click on the location service. That's the first thing at the top. So after clicking on the location service, you just turn, when yours is off, make sure you turn it on. You toggle it on. Sorry, let me turn it on. Let me turn it off, and then let me turn it on again. So when you turn it on, what you have to do here, you see these apps that pops up down my screen. You have to toggle on it one by one, but this first one is not part, so we start from the App Store. When you click on this, allow location access, don't put it on never. But what are you going to be doing? You have to toggle it or place the mark on while using the app. Allow the location access while using the app. That's where you have to put it. So you have to do it for any apps at all you will be using, that you use regular. But when you are not using any apps on your phone, make sure it remains on the never. Okay, let's go back real quick. And if you use email, you have to switch push. What do I mean by that? Let's go back. Let's get out of here, and then now let's look for mails. This is my mail. Let's look for the mail. Let's click there real quick. After clicking on the mail, what you are going to be doing, you see this account right here. You toggle on it once. When it opens, you click on fetch new data. Let's click there real quick. So after switching the push email to fetch or manual in the main settings, it saves tons of battery. So what do I mean by that? When you click on the fetch new data and it opens this way, make sure you place it on manual. When yours is on automatic, bring it to manual, because doing this also saves your battery to avoid your phone running down very quick. Step 5. What you need to do, you have to update your iOS or app. Always keep your iPhone updated. And how can you go about that? Click on the settings. Let me go back real quick. Click on the settings if you want to update your iPhone. Come in. You look for minutes. Click on general, and then after clicking the general, then you will click on the software update. Whilst you have to do this, you have to make sure your battery is fully charged, and then you have a lot of bundle to do this. And when you update your system, it also helps the battery not to drain too fast, because Apple and developers release updates that fix battery issues in most times. Okay, for the step 6, what you have to do, you have to use low battery mode. And what do I mean by low battery mode? Low battery mode means you go to power savings and then you on. When you turn on the low battery mode, it shows yellow in the battery column right here. And how do we turn it on? Whenever you need to save battery, turn on low power mode in settings. So when you open the settings, let's assume let me open the settings this way, and then you click on battery. After clicking on battery, you'll see the battery percentage and the low power mode. So here is what I'm talking about. You have to turn it on. So when I turn it on, what you would notice is that my battery turned yellow. It turns yellowish. That is what I mean by turning on the low power mode. Or if you don't want to use this, you can just say, "Hey Siri, my data is not on. Let me turn it off, and then let me turn my data on. Hey Siri, turn low power mode on."
Okay, low power mode is now on.
Thank you. So that's how you can use Hey Siri to turn on low power mode. If you don't want to go through all this stress doing it manually, you can just use the Hey Siri to do this. Step 7. You have to reset settings if needed. If nothing works, or reset all settings. Let's click on the settings. Go to settings. After the settings, you click on general. You click on general. After the general, you look for transfer. You look for transfer or reset iPhone. You click there real quick. Click there once. So when you click there, you notice it has some iPhone on the background which says prepare for new iPhone. Make sure everything ready to transfer to a new iPhone, or even if you don't currently have enough iCloud storage to back up. But that's not what we are going to be doing. What we are going to be doing is you reset all settings. Come in. You reset all settings. So here is it. You click on the reset this way. After clicking on the reset, you click on the first one, which is reset all settings. Don't worry, this won't delete your data, only preference. I repeat, you click on the reset all settings, not any other option. Okay, so let's go back real quick. Step 8. Replace the battery. Last resort. If your battery health is too low, it's time for a replacement. Visit any Apple store or authorized repair center to change your battery. And that is with these tips, your iPhone battery should last much longer. If this video helped you, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more iPhone tutorials, and let me know in the comments which tip worked for you. Thanks for watching and bye.